Hey guys, what it is, it's yo girl Cadillac. I'm Cadillac Dixon. I am the Draw My Life prison wife. I am the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. So guys, I am coming through on December the 11th. This is the 11th day of Vlogmas, girl. What in the world? I got this rigged up crazy and I don't want that on the screen. What? Are you for real? Okay, girl. I don't know how long this is gonna last. So let's just go ahead and get these thoughts out. Okay, so I'm just coming through today to finish up a thought that I started on Vlogmas Day 4 last week, Saturday. I didn't complete it. I was just thumbing through my phone because my storage is going full. Thumbing through my phone, trying to erase things, trying to go through things, and I realized I never finished that thought. So, last Friday, December the 3rd, our daughter had her gender reveal. Our daughter is 20 and she's pregnant with our first grandchild, me and Marcello. I am a prison wife of 20 years, and my husband has been wrongfully incarcerated for 20 years. It's about to go on 20 years. The first year being jail and then the rest being prison. From the time my husband left, I have been fighting tirelessly, and now it's starting to feel like really fighting in vain for him to come home. Every single day of my life, I cannot even tell you one day I wasn't working on some project to reach somebody about my husband's wrongful conviction story. So the thing was that going to your daughters, like, if you have to realize that when Marcello was wrongfully convicted, our daughter was like this, like a little arm baby, a little tiny baby. And I kept thinking that, this was a mistake. Wrongful convictions are a mistake. Something happened, something went wrong. He went to court with a public defender, which is not ever good, really. But some public defenders do have that heart to actually fight for the people they're fighting, supposed to fight for. But most of them don't. They get paid whether or whether not. They don't have enough resources. It's a whole mess, and that's why a lot of people, it leads to a lot of wrongful convictions. But when she was little like that, I couldn't believe that me and Marcello, who wanted to be parents so badly, like, of course she wasn't planned, but once it happened, we were going to be the best parents. He grew up without his father in his life. Sorry. So he wanted to be the ultimate father, like because he didn't want to be nothing like his father. So we were just going to be the best ultimate family. That he is the love of my life. That's why when people say just move on, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. It's just almost impossible. We are soulmates. It's like I don't have another soulmate out there. That's what makes it. I know that's the best conclusion. Just leave him because it's causing you too much pain. But I don't know how to do that. That's like saying just let your mother go. I had only one mother. And sometimes I do think if I was able to let my mother go, why is it so hard for me to let Marcello go? I don't know. I guess because with my mother, it's final. And with Marcello, there's this little piece of hope. And as long as there's this little piece of hope, it's going to make me hold on to it. If it was no hope, like not even an ounce of hope, because we really don't have a lot of hope. It's almost no hope for us in our situation, but it's this much. And that little bit keeps me thinking that I could be closer. I could be almost to that point. But, so I got on this journey where I was going to fight and get him home. This was just a mistake. I got to get money for an appeal lawyer. Y'all know the whole route. Like, I thought I was going to strip to get the money. I thought I was going to, then I said I'll go to hair school and just earn the money. And it's like everything is blocked off. The stripping, I just couldn't bring myself to do that. Though I really wanted to, and I kept trying to tell myself it'll only be for a couple months, get up the money, and I would never have to look back. But I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Which I'm like, girl, I should have did it. I should have just found a way to get that money back then. Then the hair situation, I became a cosmetologist, future looking bright. Like I had a bright future. And then I was riddled with carpal tunnel and nerve damage in my hands. It's like always beyond my control. Something stops me. So I'm like, okay, fine. We'll find another way. I start a rap career. I'm like, okay, I'm a brilliant artist. I'm a brilliant poet, musician, songwriter. I really only just wanted to be a songwriter, but I could never find a singer willing to sing my songs because I just wanted to make a demo. We had contacted Life Jennings and his management team was saying that we needed to send them a demo and you had to have like a singer. I can't sing a note. So that was what my quest was on. But because I could never find anybody that was really like serious, I ended up rapping, saying, well, let me see, can I rap my lyrics? And that's how I ended up doing a rap career. Naive again. I was only like 24 at that time. By that time, because I had already tried several things, but it ended up being 24, which 24, it would have been 2005 by the time I turned 24. So he would have already been in prison for 3 years, and I was just trying everything I could to try to get my husband home from that point. So I went after a rap career from 2005, almost 2006, when I started going to the studio recording, and then I started performing. I think I stopped around 2010 or 11 when I just realized it wasn't that people didn't know my name, because everybody knew Your Girl Cadillac all around Orlando, and it was because I wasn't willing to take off my clothes and be like hoish like other female rappers are. That's how they make it in the industry. You're not going to get not a foot, not a finger, not nothing in the door if you're not willing to basically lower your standards and degrade yourself. It's not going to happen. Not in this industry. And it happened back in the day, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, all that. And they probably got tried too. But back then is completely different from now. Women are looked at in the industry as just sex objects. That's what they are, which you probably would say, well, you wanted to strip, so how is that any different than wanting to be a female rapper? But my music, number one, that's not me at all. I'm not that type of person. I don't even like that type of music. I don't like all that nasty talking, cursing, this and that. I made my music to uplift and to shed light on situations. I was a political rapper, just as Queen Latifah was. Like, that was one of my biggest inspirations. And a political rapper it conflicts taking all your clothes off and talking about social issues. That makes no sense. So ultimately, I quit. Because back then, music career is so much different now. You just got to get an online presence, which that's hard as heck, but it's more easier than getting past those doorkeepers that were present in the music industry back then. So we get up to 2011, still he's not home. I thought it would only be a few years. Then I was like, by 10 years old, by the time our daughter turns 10, I was looking at this condo. It had this nice backyard, and our daughter was about 9, and she was still young, still able to, have some life with her. If I could just get him home now, if he could just get home now, we still can pick up. It's gonna be hard to adjust, but we can still pick up and move forward. And I thought by 10. Like, he had moved to a facility called Lake. He was super duper close to the house, and we were visiting him every single day. And him and his daughter were able to build a deeper relationship at that point because they would talk on the phone all evening. They would see each other every single weekend. So it became different. And we thought that that was the end of the road. That was the end of our struggle. It wasn't, girl. It never ends. Our struggle always gets worse. So I'm thinking, okay, well, he didn't get home by 10, but it's got to be soon. It's going to be soon. Soon he's going to get home. He's going to get home so he can make it, 2016. My daughter was going on 15, and I was 30, about 35, 34, 30, going on 35. Our daughter was 14, going on 15, and my mother passed away. Oh my gosh. I'm like, so it just gets worse. Like, after I decided I better go back to college so I can get some kind of training so that I can actually make it in this world and actually get some money up to finally, free my husband. But by that time, all the people I would reach out to would tell me that, yeah, it seems like Marcello was railroaded and done wrong, but it's kind of too late. And it pisses me off because it's too late, but I have been fighting from day one. And it's too late. It's not like I sat around and waited and it was too late. I fought tooth and nail, and then now you're telling me it's too late. And they told me the only thing that it seems like that would ever be a possibility of Marcello coming home would be to break his story in the media. Stories that get big, get attention. That's when people come out the woodwork wanting to help. And I went on this whole thing trying to, from 2000, really, I'm going to say from 2005, with meeting Life Jennings, to, I don't do it as often. So we'll say until I went to school, possibly around 2016. But even through school, I was doing Project Reach the World, where I was painting and drawing any and everybody, all types of famous people, getting Marcello's story and my artwork straight into these people's hands, and just waiting, just knowing I'm going to finally reach that one person that will have compassion on us. Look at our story. Look at his story. There is so much wrong with his story. Marcello should not be in prison at all. He should not have done a day in prison. I gotta touch somebody's heart. I know everybody's not gonna care. I know that. But one person, and I went on that journey trying to find that one person. I've never found that one person. I've never found one person over 20 years that had the ability to help break his story, that had the heart as well to do it. It's always money. Money first, we'll see something. Okay, I'm trying to get the money. I can't get I don't know what it is in me and money, but it just money doesn't come to me. I have so much talent. I've even had a lady, she said she was a prophetess or whatever. And she was like, you're supposed to be so successful. Like, you're supposed to have so many different businesses. I have too many ideas. I feel like I can take every idea, give one idea that I have to someone, and they can be successful as all heck. I can take another idea, give it to someone else. Every single thing that I do, I could literally give it to somebody else and it would become successful for them. Do you know how many people I have seen that do a portion of what I do and they've reached their goal? And I'm like, it's almost like I have too much talent, overabundance of talent. And it does nothing. It does nothing. So, I don't know. I just started. I'm tired. I have went all out and I haven't reached. I call it Project Reach the World. I haven't reached nobody in 20 years. 20. Listen to the span. Not 1 year, guys. Not 2 years, not 3 years, not 5 years. You know what you can do in 5 years? No, not 10 years, not a decade, not a decade and a half, not 2 decades. I have not reached anybody. All the people I have reached out to. And still nobody knows the story of Marcello Jackson wrongfully convicted. So saying all that to say, seeing our daughter, like now they're supposed to be getting married. She already moved out. She moved out a little while ago, and now she's expecting her child. Just to back up a little bit, I always had this fear when I was a little girl, and I think now more than it being a dream, it was a vision. Because I have seen things before they happen. I'm not saying anything crazy, but it's this weird thing that happens to me where I will see something and it literally would just happen, you know. And I had this I don't know if it was a dream or thought or whatever, but I was on the couch and I was a little girl. I may have been about 11. I think I was in middle school. That was during that time I was like really bullied and depressed, and I really wanted to, let it all go, to be honest with you. I was a severely depressed child, and that's another reason why I latched on to Marcello so much, because that he was the first person that I felt like loved me. And I don't know. I'm just all messed up. But girl, I just lost my train of thought. Where was I? Oh, I was talking about, okay, this vision. So as a little girl, I had this vision that I would grow up to be alone, and that, my parents would be gone, my siblings, whoever's around me would be gone. And, I didn't know if I would have children or not, but I was like, everybody would be gone and it would just be me. It was just me. And in the vision, I'm like, so what do I do? I'm alone. Like, who do I have? And then at the end of it, I started thinking, oh, I have my children. I didn't know I would only have one. I have my children, and they would be with me, even though somehow the generation before is gone and I'm alone. I would still have somebody. But more and more, it looks like that vision is coming true. Like it wasn't really a dream like I thought it was. It was a foreseeing of my future, that I would be alone. And I wish I had just had a took heed to it and prepared myself of how to live life alone, like how to be a single woman for real. Like, because me and Marcello, our marriage, it only exists over the phone and through emails. It's not, no matter how real it is to us, in all actuality, it's only real through emails and the phone calls that I must pay for. So if that's the case, it's not real. So I have to learn how to be this single woman. And now seeing my daughter as she was growing up, and I start seeing how fast it was, I knew one day, she would get to that point where she was going to leave. You can't hold on to them forever. Your children are yours for the moment. I couldn't enjoy a lot of our time together because I was always overstressed, overworked. I was, and she didn't deserve that. But I tried to give her the best that I had. I just didn't have anything. So I knew that day was coming. That day was always in the back of my mind. You know, our daughter's gonna grow up and, you know, leave you. And you really need to get him home before you're completely alone. And here I wake up last week and it's what it is. That's my true reality. Our daughter is gone and he's still not home. And he's not going to return home until, because we're looking through reality, not no more dreaming and hoping, you know, because dreaming and hoping for me doesn't work. So I'm a single mother. I mean, why did I say mother? I'm a single woman. I'm a single woman. I gotta learn how to live single womanhood. It's scary. It's very scary. And I'm learning every day to, like, it's so many dreams I had to let go on this journey, like, such as if you know me in real life, everybody child is all up under me. I love children. Children love me. I wanted several children, and you know, the longer it takes for him to come home, I've learned to. I haven't fully 100% accepted it, but I'm like maybe 85% to the point of accepting that I will not have any more kids. Wow. Like, my life is, I never would have seen myself being here. I never would have seen this. I never would have foreseen this. That I would be who I am, who I grew up to be. My 20-year-old self must be so freaking disappointed. Anyways, Marcello's taking it hard as well. He, you know, he's already going through it because he's like, it's official. It's just making it official in our minds. He missed her life. It's over. He missed it. There's nothing that could be done to salvage it now. Because, see, we always had things we could do to salvage it. When she was 10, I could salvage the next 10 years. When she was 15, I could salvage, and he possibly could have got home and seen her graduate from college and high school and tech school, and possibly see that her get married and possibly see his grandchild. Like, he's finna miss all of that within this year. So it's official, and it's hard to take it. It's not no more if it's gonna be. It is. He officially missed her life. This is what you do to people when you wrongfully convict them. Sure, this is for all the prosecutors, the attorneys, that this is just a job for you. Your job literally tears families apart. Your job ruins people's lives. Our lives were ruined behind you not caring because we were just numbers. We were just random black people. We were just random. He was a random black guy with dreads. I'm a random black female. And our daughter was a random child, black child, that you didn't care about. You didn't care about. You seen all the lying. You seen all the corruption. You seen all the lack of evidence, and you still allowed it to happen. But you call it a justice system. What type of justice is that? You ruined our lives. You ruined it. And I'm sure you got a promotion. And if you ruined our lives, just think about how many other lives you ruined. I'm sure you ruined a multitude. And how do you live with that? How do you live knowing that your actions tore a family or families apart? How do you live with yourself? All right, guys. Hiss your girl Cadillac. Whoa, you hear this?
When you see other people being blessed, but you're still waiting. Your friend got engaged,
girl, this is me.
But you're still single, waiting
still
for the right
single,
person.
basically.
Your coworker moved into that new house. You're still in the apartment, waiting for increase.
This is why I love Joel Osteen.
In the middle of all this excitement, this man felt like Jesus had forgotten about him. It's too late. He turned to walk away. Jesus stopped him and said, "Don't be afraid, only believe." Jesus was saying, in effect, it's not too late. I haven't forgotten about you. You're right on schedule.
Feels like
your steps are being ordered.
Trying to.
This delay didn't stop my plan. I'm still going to do what I promised. Jesus showed up at the little girl's house where she had already died. He spoke to her and told her to wake up. She woke back up and was perfectly normal. The scripture says the people were completely astonished.
Wow. Okay, guys. So let's see. Hold on. Okay, so I'm coming in. It is day 11 of Vlogmas, December the 11th. So I was up early this morning. Not really early. I got up, well, kind of early, about 9:30. And I'm in there going through my phone because my phone storage is going full and it's hard to keep up with recording Vlogmases and things like that. So, just thumbing through, and I realized that I came across a video that I recorded last week, the same day. It was last Saturday. And I never completed the video because the storage went full and it cut off. So this morning, I want to go ahead and finish that thought up that I was going into last week. I got to it's so hot in here. Hold on. Hey guys, what it is, I'll just introduce it again because I don't know where I'm going to start this vlog and where it's going to end. But today is Vlogmas day number 11. I am about to go walking. I woke up this morning and I still can't feel my hands. Like I got up at 9:30 and my hands are so tight and uncomfortable. I was looking around. I don't know. They may not look swollen on the video. Like the fronts of my knuckles, my whole hand itself. They're sore, like all the joints of my fingers are sore. I'm going to walk first to see if maybe walking can loosen up, because the day before yesterday it was my neck. Oh my God, my neck was just so stiff. It was so horrible. Y'all know I missed my chiropractic appointment this week. I usually go every other week, and now I'm going on 3 weeks before I end up going again. So I do go on Monday, so I'm trying to survive until then. But everything is tight. My hands are like numb and tingly. My neck, I'm trying to get some more movement to it. It's like all the muscles in my neck just constrict and tighten up. And if you notice how I talk as well, I barely open my mouth. And it's not really on purpose. It's all these muscles in my jaw. They're so tight, and it actually is kind of painful to talk. It's not horribly painful. It's more so very, very uncomfortable to talk, because it's like, imagine if your mouth was like closed tight, your jaws was closed tight through rubber bands or something, and the constriction you would get if you were opening your mouth with all these rubber bands connecting them. That's how it feels. But I do have something called TMJ, and that's dealing with the jaw, carpal tunnel, and then I have 3 herniated discs in my neck, and I used to have 5 pinched nerves, but through therapy for over 2 years now, I think I've been going to therapy, paying out of my pocket because my insurance does not cover. It's a new, basically a new thing that they're doing where they scan your spinal column, and they can see exactly where the pinching of the nerves and where you're not getting blood flow, rather than most chiropractors adjust your full entire spinal column, and there are parts that are not out of whack, but they adjust those to be out of whack, and then there's parts that are out of whack and they adjust those to be in whack, I guess. So the whole theology, what is that word, girl? I'll be looking for big words, I can't find them. The whole theory, you can use that, girl. The whole theory behind it is to only adjust what needs to be adjusted, and that's what he does. And through it, I have been finding relief, and I have been able to move and whatever. Like when I first came to him and he scanned, I was so scared when they scanned me. I ended up finding him out at a it was like a Christmas festival that they would have in Metro West area, prominent area, and they would have all these like pony rides, all types of activities for the kids. I need to look that up and see when that's coming, to take my little nephews and stuff too, nephew and niece. Now my niece is old enough to roll along. Y'all seen her at SeaWorld. That girl was getting her life. But yeah, so I met him out there, and Money was like, Mom, come on, let's get our, let's go check them out. They're a chiropractor, which I had just, they had like a medical thing, like a medical fair at her tech school. And I was supposed to go get a free evaluation and all that, because I know I was doing like really bad. I was feeling horrible. I have seen all kinds of therapy. The only thing I haven't tried yet is acupuncture. Ugh, can't even say it, so I'm gonna try it. Acupuncture. Break it down, girl. Break it down. And I do want to try that. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Eventually I will try that. But I used to, the year before I met him, I just was getting massages. Like every week I would go to the mall, and I would just pay whatever for me and Money to get massage. That would be like our thing that we did together, and then I would tip really well. But I started feeling like that was my thing for myself to do, go get a massage, and it would make me feel really good. But I remember this one day, because they would just like, they would make it felt good, girl, afterwards. And I remember one time someone touched my back, and she kind of, after touching my back, it was no more of that. It was like just barely massaging my surface. And I'm like, ugh. Like, I gave her a good tip, but that did nothing for me. I'm in pain still. So it was that fair at her school. I was supposed to go for an evaluation, and I don't know why. Okay, headed out to work. About to forget my backpack. Hold on. I've run back in and out a million times. Alright, bye, Isaiah. Huh? Whatever, boy. Bye, Isaiah. Okay, guys, so I'm headed out to work. Probably gonna be rushing, but I don't have to change my uniform today, because I already have one. But yeah, about to eat this ice cream and get up out of here, get to work. Day is over. I almost forgot my bag, because I need my backpack with my computer, because I work on my projects on my lunch break, which is not a lot of work, because the lunch break goes so fast. So you're trying to eat, and then I'm always thinking about creating, always thinking about doing the next thing that could possibly bring my man home. So I have to ride out to work, eat this ice cream, girl, butter pecan. I'm depressed. You hear him?
Sometimes,
This is why I
because
love
the battle
Jones.
is taking
Let me
longer
turn this
than
down.
we thought, we become weary. Talked to a lady recently. She was
Talking
in
about
town at MD
overcoming
Anderson,
weariness.
the cancer hospital, hoping that this would be her last.
I was trying to say the ice cream, I've been depressed and ice cream makes me feel better, but my storage went full for that moment. Had to delete a couple of videos just to record this part. That's the part I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm about to head into work. Hopefully the night goes by fast. And somebody's calling me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. On your way home, can you pick these stuffed bell peppers up?
If I remember, you have to text me. You
All
know,
right. Do you want one?
I guess. You know, I be wanting to go home when I go home. But, yeah, I guess. You have to text me because I'm not going to remember.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, y'all. About to head home. Had to stop and get me some cappuccino. And that's how it looks like it's pronounced, cappuccino. But anyways, had to get me some cappuccino. Somebody playing my song that just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seemed kinda odd. Like, they still bumping to my song, girl. All right, y'all. I'm finna go ahead home. I need that coffee because I'm finna stay up all night and get these Vlogmases, like, edited for you guys, finally. All right, guys. It's your girl, Cadillac.